In this video, we're going to show you how to raise a sagging floor with a beam instead of just blocks and a jack. And you can see right here that we have a beam with a couple of jacks, one on each end. And this would provide you with another way to raise a sagging floor. And this could also be used for a variety of different things also. Remember, the jacks aren't always going to be stable depending upon how big the beams are, how many blocks you're using. Try to get the jacks in the center of the blocks, or make sure that they are as stable as possible. And it wouldn't be a bad idea if you're going to be working with a beam to actually attach it to the floor joist. You could do this with a couple of hurricane ties, some metal, even some A35s. Just attach the A35 to the beam in either spot wherever you're going to be able to put the screws in, and just screw it into the beam. Make sure that it isn't going to fall, in other words. So wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, if the jacks collapse or something like that and you're working in this area, you could be injured. So try to fasten the beam to the wood joist with something you can take apart real easy, like some screws. That is definitely a great safety precaution. Other than that, you just got to get the beam into the area. If you're working on a crawl space, could be a little difficult. And make sure that everything, again, is flat. You're going to need to make sure your blocks are flat. If these are at an angle, then you could increase your chances of having one of these jacks pop out. It's not uncommon to be jacking up a beam. Both ends, whatever, you're jacking it up, and it starts to move. The jack will start to move. The beam won't. I've actually pushed these blocks into the ground before. So if that's the case, you're going to need to get a couple different blocks, or some larger blocks also. And again, I'm just going to kind of throw stuff out there throughout these videos to give you some ideas of problems you could encounter, or things you should do or shouldn't do. So just kind of bear with me there. And don't forget, you can always use the metal plates as suggested in the first video. You can use the metal plates between the top of the jack and the bottom of the beam. I've actually jacked these up before. I've actually had the jack go into the beam and split the beam down the center. Now, this is not something you're going to want to have happen to you when you are working underneath this area. So I like to use the 1/4-inch plates if you can find them. Something you can try using. It all depends on the weight that you're going to be lifting. If you're going to be lifting something without very much weight on it, this is going to work out just fine. But if you're going to start lifting, if you're working on a 2-story building or a large, multiple-story building, then you might need some heavy-duty equipment, and you might actually think of, instead of using wood, you might want to use a metal I-beam instead. So, or do something even better than that. Just contact a professional if it's too much. Remember, as I suggested in the first video, if you're using the jacks and they are not moving, then there might be a lot of weight up above, or the jacks might not be sufficient. But the more weight that you are going to move, the more dangerous this job is going to be. That is a gimme. I mean, I have had people call me before. I've had other contractors call me before to come and do jobs like these, because it's scary. It's too scary to do it, especially when you're getting into multi-story buildings. Go to the website for more videos on walls and engineering. I will also have a complete list of the videos in this series, along with other videos that I have already made. video.gregvan.com structural engineering, or go to the gregvan.com website, any one of them, and look for the video box in the upper left hand corner. Once you get to the video website, click on the structural engineering link and you should be good to go. You should be where you need to be.